Good morning, everyone. I'm back this week for my regular time slot, the 10 o'clock time slot. Last week got really crazy, so I had to go on Thursday evening, which I think worked out all right as well, but I like the 10 o'clock on Wednesday. So my name is Tracy Frith, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Sherwood Park, Alberta. And today I'm going to be creating with the Sunshine and Rainbows designer paper. So this is a celebration item, and it's one that you can earn if you place an order of a minimum of $60. You can earn some free celebration products. So this is one of those products. And I just wanted to remind everybody that if you do want to earn some of that free product, celebration ends in just a few days. So February 28th is the last day for that. And then all of that product goes away and is no longer available. So if you'd like any of the things, you can use my host code, the February host code here, and order from my, if you go to tracyfrith.stampinup.net, I will double check that. Tracy Frith at stampinup.net, I believe it is. And go to my shopping link. You can place your order there. Or you can give me a call or a message, and I can help you through that. You send me a Facebook message. I can help you with that process if you're interested. All right. So I didn't make my card up yet today, so we're going to be kind of creating as we go. I do have a bit of an idea and did some pre-cutting, so I don't have to do that all on camera here. But I'm going to use these two pieces out of the paper pack. And this package of paper is 6x6. And I believe you get 48 sheets with 4 of each design. Each page has 2 designs on 2 sides. So this is the back side, little sunshines and little rainbows, and the front. All right. So what I did today for my card is I took a piece of pool party cardstock, and I took the 8.5 by 11 sheet and cut it in half at 4 1/4 by 11 is the measurements for that one. And then you're going to score it at 5 1/2. I accidentally used my cutting blade on this sheet, so you don't want to do that. Make sure you've got your scoring blade up, not your cutting blade. But I'm going to use this piece for my sample to start with. And then just to show you what I did to create the card base. So this one is a bit of a fancy fold. I like to try new and different folds when I'm making cards. So this is when I tried a year or so ago, and I liked the results, but I haven't done one since. I thought I would share it today. So from your piece of 4 1/4 by 11, you're now going to cut 3 1/4 inches off of one end. So I've scored it. I'll stand up to do this one. So I'm going to measure 3 1/4 inches. And it doesn't matter which end you go from. And you're just going to cut that piece off the bottom. And then you're going to take that piece and you're going to trim it down to 2 1/4 inches. Okay. And then this piece you can just toss to the side. Depending on your card design, you may pull it out later. I'm not going to use that one today. Okay, and then I can put my trimmer away for now. All right, so now I have my card base and the extra piece. I'm just going to put those ones aside and pull out the one that I didn't slice by mistake here. Okay, so when it's opened up, my card base is here, and then this piece folds over. So this is going to be the top of my card. And then my 2 1/4 piece that I just cut. So that is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. Yep. This is going to end up being the bottom of the front of the card. Okay, I know it's a little bit hard to see here, but you'll see it when it all comes together. Okay, so that's the card base. Now I'm also going to cut some mats to go under my designer paper. So I chose to use the Mango Melody. So this was Pool Party Mango Melody, and this is 2 pieces, and each of those measure 4 inches by 2 inches, and they're going to just sit on top of the 2 smaller bits on the front of the card. Okay. They will go like that. And then my designer paper, I'm using the Misty Moonlight background with the rainbows and sunshine on it as my card. And those two pieces, again, they're going to go on the front of the mango, and those measure 3 3/4 this direction and 1 3/4 this way. Okay, so they're going to go like that. Right, so that's going to be the base for the front of the card. All right, and then I also I used a piece of Pool Party that was approximately 2 3/4 by 4, and I cut that out using the cut and emboss machine, and I'm using the 3rd largest die from the scalloped contour dies. Okay, so it gives it a nice scalloped edge and some stitching. If you don't have the dies, you could just cut out a square piece, and this one ends up measuring, or a rectangular piece, I guess it would be. It ends up measuring about 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. So if you wanted to just cut out a rectangle without having the scallops, you could do that as well. And then my basic white piece to go on the inside of that is, I didn't write down the measurements for this one. It is 2 inches and just a smidge over 3 1/4. Okay, so it wasn't quite 3 3/8. So just a little bit between 3 3/8 and 3 1/4 is what that one ended up to be. Okay, and it just fits inside the rectangle. And again, if you did your rectangle without the scallop borders, you could just do it, excuse me, a 1/4 inch smaller. All right, so those are those pieces. And then I have another basic white piece that is 4 by 5 1/4, and that's going to go on the inside. And then a mango piece for the greeting, and that one is 1 inch by 2 3/4 for the greeting that I'm going to use, and you can adjust if you have a different greeting. All right, so that is that. So that's all the cutting done. I'm going, oh, it's not quite all the cutting done, but I'll show you the other part in a minute. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do some stamping. So for stamping, I'm going to use the Special Moment set. This is also a Celebration item, but this is a level 2 item. So for this one, you would need a $120 order to earn this one. And I really like this one because I like all the different greetings that are on it. All right, so for stamping, I'm going to use Misty Moonlight, and I am using, for the front of my card, I'm using the Thanks for Brightening Up My Day. And that is going to go on my little mango piece here. And I thought about doing it on white first, but I just like the idea of the mango and did not want to worry about all the layering to do that. All right, so I'm going to get this, try and line this up somewhat straight, and I'm going to do it towards the left edge of this piece. There we go. And then I'm just going to take this and, which way do I want to go? I think I'll go that way. I'm just going to trim the corner off and give it a diagonal cut here. So like that. All right, so that is my greeting. Now, you know what? I'm going to put the card together before I do the inside stamping. Let me just put that away for a second. Okay. All right, so I'm going to bring this out. I'm going to put the card together just so that I can line up the inside a little bit better before I do the stamping on it. All right, so first I'm going to add my designer paper to the mango pieces. If you've been watching me, you know I love the Tombow Mono Liquid Adhesive. So that's what I'm going to use today. You can use the adhesive of your choice. There's lots of different options for that. So I'm going to try and get this in the center as close as I can. And I do, with this glue, have a little bit of time to move it around if I'm not quite straight. And I'm almost never quite straight the first time I put it down, so that's why I like this adhesive. So I'm going to put the designer paper onto both pieces of the mango, the larger pieces. And then I can take one of those and put it on the extra piece of the pool party. This one is not yet attached to the card. And then the other piece is going to go on the top, on the little fold. I'll go ahead and do that. I hope everyone had a great family day long weekend. It started out really nice and warm. I ended up going for a walk with a good friend of mine in the, where did we end up going? In the Mill Creek Ravine here in Edmonton. So we went for about an hour and a half walk on Saturday morning. And it was beautiful out. It was so nice and warm. And then by Monday, I think it was minus 25. So it was like plus 6 or something, or 4 or 5 or something on the Saturday, and then minus 25 on the Monday. So things change really quickly around here with weather. And we've been having a lot of that this year, where we'll have a couple days where it's super warm, above 0, and then the next day it will just drop to freezing cold. Okay, now the next thing I wanted to show you was this piece of the designer paper with the little clouds on it. There is in the mini catalog, in the January to July mini catalog, there is a punch that will punch out these little clouds. It coordinates with this. I don't have that punch, so I thought I would just fussy cut. So I fussy cut out one of the clouds, and I'm going to put that, is going to go onto my piece here, and then I'll put my greeting underneath it. All right, so I think I'm going to put that up with dimensionals. So I'm going to cut another one for the inside of the card, and I'll do that in just a sec. Oh, my garbage can has moved. It's pushed way underneath my table today. Okay, so that little cloud can go there. And then I'm going to attach this piece. I'm just going to put this in the center here, inside the stitching. Okay, I think I've got it pretty straight. And then this piece, I might do that on dimensionals as well. Just thinking, maybe I want to add a little bow on that. Okay, give me 1 second. This is what happens when you create without a full plan. Okay. Okay, I don't have any ribbon or anything that coordinates with these colors. So I'm just going to pull out my linen thread and just make a little bow. If I had some Pool Party baker's twine, that would be the best, but I don't think that is even existing right now. Oh, hello, Carol. How are you doing this morning? Okay. I'm not very good at bows. I keep trying, but they always seem to end up just a little wonky. All right, so for that, I was going to use a glue dot, but I don't seem to have them out here. Yep, there they are. I just have to dig around. I only let you guys see a little, very little spot on my craft desk that I clear off when I do my videos, but the rest of it is covered with supplies. Oh, and there's Mom. Hello, Mom. Oh, Carol said she just got this DSP yesterday. I said it was one of the first things that I ordered with my Celebration stuff. So I'm just going to take a little glue dot and I just kind of rolled it up a little bit with my, well, I would use my take your pick tool. This is an old pokey tool. I don't remember what it's called. I just happened to grab that one first. Anyway, so I roll up the glue dot and put it on the back of my bow. And then, okay, now I can put this on with my dimensionals. And I'm not going to put any on the right-hand side, just on the left. So left and a little bit in the middle. Because I don't want it to stick to the inside of the card. Okay, so that will go there, and then my little bow can go, you know what, I'm going to put it just on top. Okay. So there we go. All right, now to put the card together, I'm going to line up the piece that's cut off. I want to line it up with the bottom of my card. And then I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of the piece with the cloud on it, and then just attach it at the top and the bottom. So I only want to put adhesive at the top and the bottom, not in the center. I'll line that up again in a minute here. There we go. So before you put it on, make sure your card is lined up so that it's straight when it's together. And I'm just going to put it a little bit off to one side. Oops. Okay. That looks pretty straight. Okay, so that's going to go together. And now for the inside of the card, I'm going to stamp a greeting, but I want to try and make sure, hopefully it will fit. I didn't actually measure that. Yeah, it should be good. I want to make sure that I put the greeting on the inside underneath this piece on the top. So it's going to go right about there. so that when the card is closed, you don't see that on the inside. All right, so let's get my ink out again. We'll keep our fingers crossed that that works. So again, I'm using the Misty Moonlight Ink. All right, so that's the inside. Now I told you I would cut out another one of the little clouds. So I'm going to use, I'll use the same, do I want to use the same one? Actually, no, I'm going to use the one with the sunshines on it for the inside. So I'm going to use this little one that's kind of cut off the edge, just to show you that you can still use those. Oh, hello, Leanne. Nice to have a few people watching today. So I'm just going to fussy cut. And again, if you want, you can order the punch that coordinates with this. So you can just punch the clouds out. But if you don't have that, like I said, I haven't ordered that as of yet, at least. You can just fussy cut the clouds out as well. And when I fussy cut, I like to leave just a little bit of a white border around. Sometimes it's not very even, but that's okay. It's a little bit easier than trying to cut exactly on the image. I can close this ink now so I don't get it everywhere. Okay, so this little cloud, I'm just going to put on the bottom corner. And it hopefully will be hidden a little bit as well by the bottom of the card front. I can pick it up without getting glue everywhere. So I'm just going to put it in the bottom. I'm just going to line it right up along with the edge of the card. There we go. That's my inside. I can put that on my card now. And then I wanted to let everyone know as well that I started a couple months ago, I guess, I started a YouTube channel. So it is also called Artfully Stamped with Tracy. Trying to keep the name consistent. But every week after I do my lives, I go on, and sometimes it takes me a day or two, but I go and upload the video onto my YouTube channel. So you can always watch the replay again there. You can subscribe to that if you like as well. All right, so there is the card. I think it needs a little bit of bling on the front. So you've got the little bow. And I think I pulled out my brushed brass butterflies, but I think I'm actually going to put some of these on instead. So the iridescent rhinestones. I love these. And I'll grab my take your pick tool. What do I want to do? I'm going to put a little one on my greeting tag. Let's put one here. And I'll put a little bit bigger one up at the top here. There we go. I like to put them on in threes. I don't know what's magic about three, but it seems to work well. Okay, so there we have it. So that's my Sunshine and Rainbows card for today. So the front of the card and the inside of the card. So it's a fairly simple design again. I don't like complicated, so I tend to try and pick a lot of things that are simple. If I find a complicated one that I like, I will sometimes give it a try, but usually I only ever get one made. All right, I talked about YouTube. I talked about celebration ending on the 28th of February. And I did remember to do my draw. So my draw for last week's card, which was this one using the Dragonfly Garden set and some embossing. And the winner for that one is Irina. So Irina, I will get that delivered to you at some point. I don't know when I'll see you next, or I will pop it in the mail for you. But I'll have to grab your address for that one. Let me pull this back. I'll put that one off to the side. And then I also wanted to share. So after my nice long walk on Saturday, I got together with my mom. And yeah, Carol, go ahead and copy for sure. And we put together we ordered the Light Up the Candle card kit from Stampin' Up! And I just wanted to show you some of the cards. I think I posted pictures of a few of them. Now this is my messy box now. I've opened it up. So the kits come with an acrylic block. They come with all the supplies and like paper products that you need to make your cards. Any embellishments that you need. So there's these little jewels that came with this one. This one is a stamping kit. So it came with a little set of stamps. It comes with a sheet of little glue dots, and this one added some dimensions, so you also got this big long sheet of adhesive strips. So they're like dimensionals, but they're in strips. And then there's all kind of punch out shapes and whatnot. It comes with a little ink spot to do your stamping with if you get a stamping kit. Some of the kits are non-stamping, so they don't have the inks in the stamp. They just have everything you need. You don't need to worry about stamping on those ones. And it comes with the card bases and the envelopes. So it comes with everything you need to make the cards. And we made a few of the cards so that it comes with instructions on how to put the cards together, so you can follow those instructions. I did that on a few of the cards. So I think this was one of them with the candles and the birthday cake. So that's following the basic instructions. I may have switched up the stamps a little bit, but there's those ones. And then I did a few alternates. I like to just play around, so here's some of the other ones that I did. There was that one. That's another one. There's this one. So I just put them on some different colored backgrounds and cut up the card bases a little bit for those. These ones I switched. The card front comes with an underneath piece that's colored, and then the top piece that's like a stencil. So I pulled those, put one on each card, pulled those apart for that one. And I think that was it for the alternates. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. It was a lot of fun and really simple. Like I said, you get everything you need. So if you ever want to get together with some friends or family and put together one of the kits, just let me know. I can order the kits for you, or you can order them from my my webpage. And I am more than willing, if you order some of the kits, to go on and do a virtual event where I go online with you and create alongside you and walk you through the process. All right, so hopefully everyone has a great rest of your day, and I will see you back next week. I will post the dimensions and the supply list for this card in the description of the video at some point later on, either today or tomorrow. And we'll be back again next week, and I'm not sure what I'm going to create yet, but it will be a surprise for all of us. All right, have a great day, everyone.